for over 11 years that we must innovate or die. And we believe it. We believe that innovation is the secret.
Hello and welcome to the first virtual ISH. My name is Leo Herbst, I'm trainer for Milwaukee here in Europe. And we are sending today directly from our European headquarters out of Winnenden in southern Germany. And we want to present today all of our innovations and solutions in the plumbing and HVAC section. And therefore, I have the full knowledge here next to me, our group product manager, Jochen Herterich.
Thank you, Leo. Great for having me here, and it's a great pleasure to be with you here today and talk about new innovative product solutions from Milwaukee. Since beginning of the year, we have launched 6 new products in the market, and we would love to be with you today in Frankfurt and have face-to-face dialogues, but I'm sure we also manage this now from here and show you these products. And when we look at the user groups of a plumber and the daily application a plumber is doing, Leo, we see 4 main applications here. We see cutting, we see connecting, we also see fixing and the service piece. And for all of those, we have great solutions based on our M12 and M18 battery platform. And Leo, you wanted to start here to show us something about the cutting solutions we are offering to our users.
Yes, Jochen, that's right. I want to start with a product for a daily application for a plumber. So with copper pipe cutting. And therefore, I have the perfect tool here, our M12 pipe cutter. This tool is a very handy tool and a very compact tool. And thanks to the self-adjusting cutting head, we can easily connect a copper pipe from a diameter from 8 up to 28 millimeters. So the only thing I have to do here is, when I want to do a cut, to mark it here so that I know where I want to cut. And now, thanks to the illuminated cutting area here and through the window here, I can exactly see where I do the cut. Therefore, I only have to go in cutting mode. And then you see the cut is done, fast and easy. And when you now have a look to the cutting surface here, you see how smooth it is and we have no sharp edges, so it's ready to install. Now, is that tool not only good for new installation, especially when it comes to repairing works, as I have here an example for that, where you have an installed copper pipe to the wall. The frustration here is that you have to open the clamps here to remove the copper pipe that you can make a cut. Because even with a small copper pipe cutter like this one, it's impossible to make a cut directly at the wall. You see, we don't have the space. So, therefore, is our compact shape, our compact cutting head shape, perfectly made, because we can find easy access to the copper pipe. And can do the cut directly at the wall. So now we know that copper is not the only material that you use in a plumbing section. There is one tool everybody is using, and this is an angle grinder.
Exactly, Leo. And this is why I'm proud also to present today our next generation of fuel angle grinder. And this delivers up to 20% more power than our existing unit. This is an equal power to a 1200 watt corded grinder, remaining the same size and the weight of the tool. This is a big statement here we are making. Additionally, we are having improved the safety into this. We have here really added in every tool now a cutting card clip, which easily can be installed and removed from the tool when transforming into a cutting tool. Additionally, we have the anti-kickback protection in there, but on top of that, we have integrated our rapid stop. If we zoom here a bit closer, we see that rapid stop. And what does this stand for? This stands for an under 2 second break, so the disc stops in under 2 seconds when I put the tool away.
Okay, that convinced me. So that seems like we have here a very strong and a full equipped angle grinder with every safety features. But there's one thing. What is when you work in rooms or in flats where people are living? Do we have any solution which makes life easier here?
Absolutely, Leo. And this is where we see a big trend in the market too towards bandsaws. And Milwaukee is offering here the biggest lineup of cordless bandsaws. So we have 4 saws to offer today, which can cut materials up to 125 millimeter, like waste pipes, for example, in cast iron. And when we look into bandsaw, what benefits they're bringing, we see this in this video we have in here. So you see on the left side easily an upright position and cutting, less vibration, less noise, no sparks, while on the other side it needs to bend in an awkward position and a lot of sparks are flying around. And this is why we extended also our range this year with our new M12 fuel bandsaw. And this operates by the same battery as you have used before with your copper pipe cutter, and it has a 64 millimeter cutting capacity. This saw delivers the same performance or faster cutting speed than leading 18-volt competitors in the market, as you can see here. So it's a really fast cutting product. As well, on top of it, it has integrated safety features here, like the integrated bandsaw cover. That means when I accidentally cutting the saw, I'm not hurting myself. And this is also easy for the blade change. I only have to open these 2 levers here. And then I can open the cover, take out the blade, install the new blade, close it again by the latches. I don't need any screwdriver here. So we really have here the perfect solution in terms of cutting speed, but also in terms of safety. And you see there is no sparks flying around.
Wow, yeah, I like that tool. But I bet with you, there's one tool every plumber in the world is using. And this is our Sawzall. So this is why we launched this year 2 new versions of our Milwaukee Sawzalls. These 2 versions are 100% the same without one different. But I want to start with our fuel Sawzall. And when we start at the front, you can see our flexible and adjustable shoe, so that we can use the whole accessory. And the flexible shoe is so important that you always have full connection to the material you cut, that you are able to make a straight cut. Other than that, we need to be close to the material, because when it's not directly connected, it starts shaking. And so we have to minimize the vibration when we connect it to the material. We know that most of the time in plumbing section we cut metal. So all of us knows cutting metal generates heat, and this is why we integrated here our fix-sack mechanism. This fix-sack mechanism makes it very easy to change the cutting blade. So I don't have to touch the reception at the front, and so I can avoid burning my fingers. And when we stay at the front here, we see this very bright shining LED light. This is perfect to illuminate all my working area, for example, in a basement or in dark conditions. And on top of that, we have here a full surface rubber overmolding, which makes it possible to hold my Sawzall very tight and always with a perfect grip in every direction, every position I cut. Okay? Now I said those tools, those Sawzalls are 100% the same. But there is one different, and this different is that one is equipped with one key on top. So one key makes it not only possible to track and manage the Sawzall, it makes it also possible to customize the saw to the material I want to cut, and so that we always have the best performance here. And therefore, we compared on the right side a Sawzall with full speed, where you can see there is smoke coming up. And on the left side, we have our one-key customized Sawzall. This one-key customized Sawzall is not only faster than the full-speed Sawzall, it makes also a very smooth cut, and we also save lifetime of our accessory. So when we now compare these saw blades we used, the original saw blades we used for this test, you see that on the right side here, the Sawzall blade is completely melted down, there are no teeth left. While you have on the right side with the one-key customized Sawzall, you see we can easily do few more cuts. But that's not all. We know that there's very tough material at job site, especially for plumbers. I will speak about SML. SML is a saw blade killer because it's so hard. And therefore, we launched our Torch Nitrous this year. As we call it, our problem solver. And why is it a problem solver? Therefore, I've here a video prepared where you can see on the right side the torch, which you have seen in the video before, which is only scratching the surface of the SML. While you see on the left side, the Torch Nitrous runs through the SML pipe like a hot knife through butter. So I think we did now a lot of cutting in different materials. Now, Jochen, I think it's time to connect those materials, huh?
Absolutely, Leo. And this is also where we just launched this year a new press tool into our range. And this is our new M18 one-key press tool. And the most common question we get about press tools is from the users, can I use my existing jaws or do I need to buy new jaws? And here the answer is clearly yes, you can use your existing jaws if it's the large reception, which is a universal reception in the market. But additionally, we have a security pin built into here, which means when I take out a jaw and I want to start the pressing, this is not happening. So the tool is not starting here. Only if I have the jaw inside and it's secured. Additionally, I want to highlight on the top, there is an LED light. That means I easily can illuminate the work surface in darker areas like cellars, for example. We have an inline design here, which is very unique and a one-hand operation. Where is this beneficial if I work in heights or I need to secure myself or I need to hold with my second hand the material? Like I have here now, I take a fitting basically. I can easily open the jaw, align it and move with my finger here to this starting button. If we start now the press cycle, you will see at the end there is a green light indicating here, and that means the full pressure cycle has reached and I know my pressing was done successfully. But what happened if I have now to report all the pressings I have done throughout the day on a job site? That's where the one-key functionality comes into play. This is not only counting the service cycles. This is also making me able to create a report. And how does that work? It's very simple. You go and log into the Milwaukee website with your Milwaukee account and choose here the press tool. You search for the press tool, then you click on the press tool itself. And then you easily see already the press cycles performed and go and create a report. Here this we can customize with the logo, with worker in a time frame set already. And then it's very simple. I just go and preview the report to check that all the data I want to have there is correct. And then I go on download PDF and print my document. And this document I then easily can hand over to my customer to prove that all the connections I have done throughout the day are perfect.
Perfect. Sounds great. But you mentioned that it's the most common connection method. Are there any more methods at the market? Do we have many more solutions we can offer?
Yes, absolutely, Leo. And there are sprinkler fitters, for example. They not only press, but they have a lot of threading still to do. And this is why we launched this year also our new M18 cordless 2-inch pipe threader with a universal reception. And this has two great advantages. It has a 2-speed gearbox here, you see. You can use the high speed for pipes up to 1.25 and the lower speed for pipes up to 2-inch with an improved handle grip on the front here that the user doesn't have to touch the spinning part here, which is a rotatable die head. So this is an improved safety too we are offering on this tool.
Okay, that's cool. But now I have one question. When I buy the tool, do I have to buy also the cutting heads?
This is a very good question, and we are getting this very often too. And the answer is clearly no. You don't have to invest in new heads. The only thing you need to invest in is into adapter rings. So you can use your different die heads from Rems, from Rosenberger or Richard, and just easily plug them into the adapter and put the adapter in our universal reception and lock the tool.
That sounds great. But many more questions from my side. So do we have any improvements in safety features?
Yes, absolutely. Also here we saw a huge improvement in terms of the safety for our users. And this is why we integrated in our tool our auto stop mechanism here. And what does auto stop stands for? It's a gyroscope, a sensor measuring any kickback or strong movement of the tool and shuts off the tool automatically here.
All right, so a lot of improvements, a good tool to do all the setup stuff. But now it comes that we have to bring our material at the wall. And we noticed that the most common drilling diameters are between 8 millimeter and 60 millimeter. So therefore, we have the perfect SDS Plus hammer. Because it is optimized at these diameters. We have here a 4-mode tool, so drilling only, hammer drilling, and when you now look here, it's a chiseling mode. And I said it's a 4-mode hammer. Here we have the chisel adjustment mode. And this is good because normally the chisel is always in the same place and I have to move with my tool because that I come in the perfect position. With the chiseling adjustment mode, I can bring my chisel in place and then I can chisel always in the perfect position. When we speak about chiseling and speaking about drilling, there are points we have to speak about, for example, vibrations and dust. To minimize the vibration level, we integrated a lot of anti-vibration system in here. For example, the anti-vibration main handle. And when it comes to dust, I have another great solution here with me, our dust extraction. The dust extraction fits perfectly to the hammer itself and I'm ready to go. And herefore, we did a test where we did holes, where we did a hole with a 40 mil diameter drill bit into this concrete wall. You see that the CHX hammer is not only fast, you also see that there is no dust, because the dust extraction sucks the dust up from the drill bit and directly out of the drilling hole itself. And when the holes are done, I need to fix it by help of a screw or something, and therefore, obviously, I need a drill driver. And I have one of my favorites here, our drill driver, which is perfectly made for light assembly in this case, because of the compact form of the drill driver and the rubber overmolding here. I have always a very good feeling and a perfect handling. When we look at the front, we have here a full metal chuck with a 30 millimeter reception. That means we are able to plug in also very big accessories, and we are able to manage those big accessories because we have here a powerhouse. We speak about 135 Newton meters, which makes it able to do also very hard applications, for example, drilling holes with an hole saw. So now we spoke about our third category, our fixing category. Now is my question, do we have also any solutions for service works?
Yes, of course. We also offer, in the terms of service, new solutions to our end users. And this is because we still see a lot of users doing emergency calls. This means here is a clog pipe. And we are happy that we could really bring innovation here to the space. We saw a lot of cordless tool used. And we launched the world's first cordless battery-powered sectional sewer machine. And this is used a lot in wet environments. That's why we have a battery compartment sealed with a rubber sealing. And thanks to our fuel technology we are offering here, we really can deliver the same performance than corded tools. And it also has a very small footprint. This means this tool only weighs up to 14 kilos, including the battery. This is a very lightweight tool, and I just want to show this to you. So every tool is supplied here with a shoulder strap. I can easily put it around my shoulder. I can take my tool, and then I have two hands free to operate with. This means I can take my hats here, and we have a wide offering of hats. We have from spade bits, retriever hats, also over chain knockers here, every hat a user needs, as well as cables. So I can do in my second hand, I can carry my drum with my cable, and that's a fully closed drum. And why is this so important? Because that has a very simple reason here, that this cable is always used in a dirty environment. When it comes out of the pipe, it's dirty. It goes directly into our drum, so there is no dirt on the floor within the house.
All right, Jochen. So I think we were able to show that we can offer innovations and also solutions for all of those categories that we showed before. So we can offer here for cutting, connection, fixing, and at the end of the day, also for service, the perfect solution. So now it's your turn. If you have any question left, please type it directly into. And if not, then I have to say thank you from my side. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yes, and also thank you from my side for listening, staying on. And if you want to look for more solutions from Milwaukee, visit our website or follow our YouTube channel. Thank you very much and have a great weekend.